Hey guys, what's going on? Hope you're having a good Memorial Day weekend. Thought I'd do a quick article and video about the three top low-cost stock alert services that I'm using at the moment, and they range from $49 a year to just $179 a year. This is low because a lot of these services will often charge these prices per month, and these services I've found to be more useful than the ones that are charging the $49 per month or the $179 per month. Some go even higher than that. I've seen $200, $400 a month. I've seen services that cost $2,000 a year. And talking to all the people in the different Discords and Facebook groups and things that I run, basically I've found that most people are tending towards these lower cost stock alert services. And that's for a couple of reasons. First, they're getting tired of the higher price services not delivering. Not necessarily because they aren't delivering quality alerts, but because there's just too much of them. So there's too many alerts, and it's taking too long to regain that $2,000 investment. So thought I'd do kind of a summary. So I'll leave a link in the description below to this article. You can go and check it out. In this article, though, I've tried to keep it concise because I don't want to go through every single service and every single detail. You guys will have seen me talk about these services most likely already on this channel and within the different communities and things. So like I said in the introduction here, basically people are telling me tired of doing $1997 alert services and then losing money or taking forever to make the money up. So here are some of the best ones coming up in this video that I use, that have good track records, they have good quality gurus, they have money back guarantees, they have everything you can ask for in an alert service. So definitely stick around for that. First thing I want to talk about though is learn how to win 90% of your trades in 90 seconds. This is a course that's completely free. It teaches you how to sell options for premium. It teaches you how to make spreads. It teaches you how to make passive income essentially. So don't miss out on that. Make sure you click on one of these links in the article and it'll take you to the page for that. So be sure of that. The other free resources is obviously if you're watching this, you're on my YouTube channel, but make sure you hit subscribe because that helps the channel. It also helps you get notified when I upload content that might be useful to you. I also have a Facebook group, so if you're just on YouTube and you want to try my Facebook group, we have 78,000 members now. Not 78,000, 7 to 8,000 members, somewhere in that range, where we discuss alert services. This is crucial because it helps you find these gems, these low-cost alert services that are, diamonds in the rough, that may seem like they're too good to be true, but actually do work really well. And so this article basically, I start off just by saying that, these alert services are good, but sometimes you only want to spend $100. And that $100 can be, you can get a return on that within the first trade or two with these particular services. So without further ado, here are the top three best low-cost services that I currently really love, and I think you guys will love too. The first one is a swing trading service by Jeff Zaninieri. It's called Monthly Money Flows or Calendar Stocks. It's only $49 for the whole year, which is fantastic. I've left a link for you to check it out. He does a full interview all about it here, so I'm not going to go into all the details. You can just click on this link. It'll take you to an interview with Ben Sturgill, and he goes through everything you need to know about that. I also wrote a full review of this, so basically I show the track record, which is really interesting. And the cool thing about this one is you can do it with stocks or options. He gives the trade thesis for both, and it's one every month. So when I say one every month, it's usually like 2 or 3 weeks. So one every 2 or 3 weeks. So he is a fantastic trader. This guy was responsible for turning $5 million into $700 million in his hedge fund. Probably not him alone, but he was definitely part of that. And he uses the same philosophy, this idea that you can tell when institutional money flow is coming into a stock, and you can play that using options or the stock. And the cool things about this is I've just put bullet points here. You can read them on your screen. No need to be glued to your computer. These are swing trades. They can be swing options or swing stock. And basically, there's a track record for all of them. So that's a really good thing. I always like to see track records. And so it's only $49 a year. So all you have to do is come here and click here. And you can watch that interview and see if this is something that might be suited to you. But how can you go wrong with $49? It's insane. The QCOM was his recent trade, and QCOM went up from $181 to $208 in the space of 20 days. And with the options, they went up like 3x. So really good. The options were like $200 or $300 each, so you'd win $1,000 for $49 a year. That's pretty phenomenal. So this is my number one at the moment for people that just want like quality over quantity, and that's one of the things that I'm trying to emphasize in this short video, is that you really want to be focusing on quality over quantity. Just because something costs $2,000 and you get 10 alerts a day doesn't mean that it's better than these low-cost swing trading ideas where you don't really have to like constantly monitor your email or, you know, be logged into a chat room or whatever. So definitely check that out. The second one is Nate Bear's Profit Surge Trader. It's $179 for the year, so it's a little bit more expensive, but still really cheap. Check it out by clicking on the link here. Right here. I also wrote a full review of the Profit Surge Trader here. Again, you can go to that review. I try and keep it updated as best I can with all the trades that Nate's doing. This is one of the best alert services out there, and people are flooding to this. And one of the reasons is Nate has such credibility. He turned 37,000 into 2.7 million just in 4 years using this strategy. And there's a 365-day, no questions asked money back guarantee, which is unheard of in this industry. You can literally just call these guys up and say, hey, I'm not happy, give me my money back. And they do it. And I know people that, for whatever reason, not because it's been underperforming, but they've done it because basically they've decided, you know, maybe it's not for them, maybe they can't get in on the trades, maybe you just don't like the strategy. This is a phenomenal service. Again, $179. You can't go wrong with that. That's the thing. You basically, if you paper trade some of these, who cares? It's either $49 for Jeff stuff or $179 for Nate Bear stuff. Nate Bear does do more trades. So they are basically 1 to 3 swing trades every Monday at lunchtime. And they're always options trades. You can play the stock, but you won't make much money from that. You want to play the options on these, but there's no need to be glued to the computer. They have a high success rate. In quarter one, he barely lost any money. Quarter two has been a lot more choppy, and so he's not done as well in quarter two, but quarter one was just fantastic. And so the big advantage here over the previous one that I showed you with Jeff Zaninieri is you do get a live stream with Nate every Monday, like at 1 o'clock Eastern time, I think. Around lunchtime, you'll see when you join. But basically, he answers questions and he explains his trade thesis. This is phenomenal. This is the best service out there for this price, at this price point, in my opinion. And the fact that you get this no questions asked money back guarantee is just insane. Here's a picture of Nate right here, smiling away. I've interviewed him. You can find that interview on the full review of the Profit Surge Trader as well. So check that out. So you can see what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to find the best people who have the best services for people who don't have much time and don't want to spend $2,000 on something they're not going to use. And hopefully that's what I'm doing in this article right here. So the final one, and there's more than 3. This is just the top 3 that I've really researched now and I'm part of now. The third one is a controversial one by Tim Sykes. It's called the Tim Sykes Newsletter. For you guys that don't know who Tim Sykes is, sometimes, you know, people don't. He's one of the sort of founding fathers of online stock alert services. He got bar mitzvah money of $13,000 and turned that into $7 million over the years. I think he turned like the 13,000 into a few million pretty quickly, but then slowed down over the years as his teaching took over. But I think he's at 7 million plus profits now, which is absolutely ridiculous. So you can see what I'm doing here. Every one of these guys has a track record. You know, Jeff Zaninieri, 5 million to 700 million. Nate Bear, 37k to 2.7 million. And then Tim, 13k to 7 million. Because you always want to be following a guru who actually has done what they're teaching, right? And so this is a very interesting service. Again, it's only $49. There is a money-back guarantee on it. Again, all of these have money-back guarantees, which is insane because they're so low cost. So I wrote a full review of Tim Sykes' newsletter right here. So if you click here in the article, it'll take you to it and it'll show you the trades that he does with Catalyst X and XGPT, which is an artificial intelligence service, which is really cool. And so these are different from the 2 above because really these are low-cost stock trades. There's no real options on these. They're lower-cost stocks, typically $1 to $20, sometimes even less than $1. They're very volatile, so you can get similar percent gains to options trades, but if you think about it, options have some downsides, right? They have volatility issues, they have the Greeks, so like all the different Greeks, right? Like theta decay. And so penny stocks, you can trade pre-market. So some of these are pre-market trades, which are really fantastic if you work a full-time job. You get up early, you may be on your computer early, or you get an alert to your phone because these are SMS and email. And you can actually get in and out of these trades within like 10 minutes, which is amazing. And in my review, I show that you don't have to jump in straight away. Often there's a few minutes of leeway, and you can basically win these. And the last 3 in a row that I had, basically all winners. So really good service. You do get Catalyst X and XGPT within this newsletter, so you can check it out at this link right here. They don't mention this though, which is really silly of them. They should mention it. But you get a lot of value with the Tim Sykes $49 newsletter. You get 11.5 hours of teaching about penny stocks and basically trading philosophy, but you also get all these alerts as well, so it's really, really good. So really, that's all I have to say. These are 3 of the best. I've seen sales in so many of these people in all my Discords and all the Facebook group and email, everything. People have been buying these up because they're low cost, they work, and they're really by reliable gurus that have proven track records, and they have these money back guarantees. So there really is no reason not to at least try one or all of these out. And if you try them all out, it'll come to like $300 or $400. Plus, you have the money back guarantees because these are front end products, and the front end products is the key. So the reason these guys can put these products on that are so valuable for so little cost is they want you to upgrade to the more expensive stuff, right? So they want you to be so impressed by the $49 or the $179 product that you're going to spend $5,000 with them, or $2,000 or $10,000 or whatever it is. And so these front-end products tend to be where the real value is, especially if you don't care about getting dozens of alerts or having a really big, complicated service. You get quality over quantity for these. So I can't stress that enough. I'm going more and more towards these front-end services on these guys' stuff because it just works better. So yeah, so hopefully you can check some of these out. Of course, the link for this article will be in the description below, and I'll make sure that I put in the email for me if you want to email me about questions on these services or anything else. Hopefully that's helpful. I hope you have a good Memorial Day weekend, and I'll talk to you guys soon.